Alright, so we're going to switch those graphics back and go back to the event layer, place the door back over it, and once again I can just copy this door and delete these other door events and hit paste, and all the coding will be in there. Okay, so now what we want to do is add some NPCs. Double click in the event editor layer. We'll change the graphics here to whatever we want. We'll have the NPCs move around, so random. That's fine for now. And then I can just hit copy and paste. And right now I'm just placing the NPCs in random locations, but you'll probably want to have more thought put into it. Just change the graphics. Actually, if we're going to have these guys move, what you want to do is, the animation type right now is set to non-continuous, which means he's just going to stand still and move around. So it's going to look really weird right now if I hit play. So it kind of works, but it looks a bit weird. Let's see. If I change the animation type to continuous, he'll be constantly moving. And because his movement type, under movement type, because his speed is set to so low, right now this is actually not going to make sense, because he'll be moving even while he's standing still. So actually a non-continuous animation type for a low move speed would make more sense. But say his move speed has, say his move speed is 8, and his move frequency, which also affects the rate he moves, is at 1. A non-continuous animation type is going to look really weird. So if you look at the guy on the top, it's a bit strange. So I'll add continuous instead. And it kind of looks more natural now. It may be a bit hard to tell, but if I increase the move frequency, it's going to become more apparent. So yeah, you can see it just kind of flows better having a continuous animation type set to this event. So I can do the same thing here. Set his move frequency to 2, or if I want it to be a bit slower, 1, whatever. And or maybe instead of random, I want this person to, say, move towards the hero. Maybe she's a fan or something. And then continuous for the animation type. So now if I hit play, you can see that NPC is actually going to move towards us. While the other NPCs are kind of moving around randomly. Okay. And say I want this guy to, he's an old man, he doesn't move around a lot, he's going to have a stationary movement type. This guy will change him into, say, a cow. And because the move speed is going to be low, a non-continuous animation type would make more sense for that. This guy will change into a dog, and he will, let's have him move towards the hero. We'll set his speed up high, and we'll set his move frequency pretty high, set it to normal. And you know what? let's do something interesting here. So trigger condition is action key right now. So if I press enter, nothing's going to happen. Let's change the trigger key to collision with hero. So if this event, if the dog collides with our ninja, our hero, right now nothing's going to happen. But what I can do is, if I go to the third page here and go to play sound effect, these are all RTP sound effects. RPG Maker comes with a ton of sound effects that you can use. There's one sound effect called dog. So if I press D on my keyboard, it'll go to where the D's are, and there's a sound effect here called dog. So I can play that, or I can double click to hear that, and I can click OK there. So now every time that this event, this dog collides, trigger condition collides with our hero, anything in the event command will occur. So in this case, it will play the sound dog, and then we'll have a wait command. So if I go to the second page here, go to wait, and we'll wait for, say, 0.5 seconds, or 0.5 tenths of a second, excuse me. Right, so if I apply that now, every time he hits me, the sound effect will play, and then it'll wait. If I didn't have this wait, the sound effect would play constantly, so you'd hear, you know, the dog barking at you every time it collided, which would be often, and which would get annoying. You want the wait command there to kind of break that up. Okay, so let's try that out, see how it works. Actually, before I do that, I want to show you guys another option. Instead of towards hero, you can also set away from hero. So, I don't know, this event happens to be somebody from the hero's past, and she's trying to, I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but say she's not a fan and she doesn't want to get near you, so she's trying to avoid the hero now. But if we go towards the dog, you can see he's approaching quickly, and as soon as he hits us, he starts to bark. So it's kind of interesting. That's why you want the wait command, because it can get kind of annoying hearing that sound effect over and over again. Even with the wait command, it can get kind of annoying. But let's change his move speed so we have some time to escape. We can also do the same thing here. Page 3, play sound effect. If I hit C on my keyboard, see cow should be here. Hit OK. This time it's in the trigger condition is an action key. So let's move that towards the farm here. And if I press enter, okay, the cow moves. And finally, for this tutorial, let's add a message. Welcome to your first town. Welcome to your first town. Okay. And what we can do is, along with this message, we can add face graphics. So this looks like the guy. You can flip it, and you can also position the face either to the left or to the right. And we're going to have to the left. Okay. Control X and Control V, because you want the face graphics before the message. If you place the face graphics after the message, I'm not sure it would work. So apply there. Okay. 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 And now when we talk to this guy, there you go. Welcome to your first town with the face graphics. Pretty cool. And I'll actually have him be stationary. And let's see. next to this old guy, we'll add a message. Let's see. To my left is a save portal. Alright. Let's add some face graphics. This old guy winking at us. We'll flip him horizontally and place his face to the right of the message this time, just to mix things up. And so to the left of him is a save portal, so that would be right here. Let's see, what can we use as a save portal? Not a lot of options for the RTP, but that's where the internet comes in handy. You can get a wide variety of graphics that you can import into your game. So doesn't look like we have any save portals here. I'll show you guys the import function. So if I go to this icon right here on top, import and export resources, I can go to character sets. These are all RTP. If I hit import, this is going to be graphics for a different tutorial. Kind of got carried away there. This is a game I'm working on called Eden Gate. These are all my resources for that game. Let's see. Okay. Character sets. These are all the graphics I have in use. I'm sure there's a graphic for a save portal that I'm using for that game. Okay, save portal Eden Gate. So for my save portal, I use these. These are sort of edited resources, but you can find similar things like this all over the internet. I did go through the trouble of editing that in Photoshop though, so it is a bit of an original, but I'll set that graphic and I'll change the animation type to, I believe it's spin around. Okay, and over that Eden Gate portal, I'll have this little ball here spin around once again. We'll change the event layer to above hero, and it should work. So this is going to be a save portal. If we double click this, we can change the move frequency. If I move it to 6, you'll see it spins around like a lot faster. If I move it to 1, you'll see it spins around really slow. I can also make this transparent if I want, but I don't. We'll change this to 4. We'll change this to transparent, and we'll place event commands here. The trigger condition is the enter key. So I'll play a sound effect. Let's see what's a good one here. Flash maybe. No, Ice 4 I think is good, or Ice 1 maybe. Yeah, Ice 1. If we change the tempo, it plays faster. We can also change the balance. So if I change the balance to left, you'll hear it come, the audio come more from the left side of your speakers. If you change it to right, the audio can come from the right side. This is useful for, say, dynamic sound effects. If you have, for example, a campfire down, and as you move away from the campfire, the volume, say, decreases, but also as you move further right or further left from the campfire, you can set up events so the sound effects will actually output either to the left or right. So depending on where the hero is, you can kind of adjust the setting here and create dynamic sound effects. So that's one application for volume, tempo, and balance. Right now we just want center, and volume we don't want it too loud, so I'll change it to 80%. Okay, that's fine. And then I can go to page 3, open save menu. So that's one way to create a custom save portal. Now if I hit play and save the game, okay, we have a cow mooing. This looks kind of weird next to the RTP graphics, but it serves its purpose for now. If I talk to this guy, to my left is a save portal. His face portrait appears on the right hand side and it's flipped horizontally. That's perfect, just the way we wanted it. If I press enter here, sound effect, and now I can save. So 15 slots is what RPG Maker allows for. Alright, so if I hit X or escape, I can get out of that. And there you go. The only thing this town is missing is some music. So in order to add music, I'll go to town map, right click, go to map properties. BGM is where you add music. So I can either entrust it to an event, meaning I can left click and add music by playing BGM here, or I can specify in the map properties, which is what I'm going to do. And we'll have a, let's see, should I pick town? No. Alright, good enough. I'm not a fan of the RTP music. You can actually import various MIDI or MP3 files. RPG Maker 2003, the engine itself allows for MIDI and MP3 for the BGMs, and for the sound effects it allows for wave files and something else, I think. Let's see. Sound, import, wave files. Okay, just wave files. And if I go to music, import, it allows for MIDI, wave files, and MP3 files for the BGMs. Okay. So we've set our town music, we set our events, we created the foundation for the town, we spruced it up with all these details, added some events like the save portal here, and actually what I'm going to do is add some atmospheric effects. So if I can actually have a blank event graphic and add various effects here, various commands here to create atmospheric effects, or actually, since this is already here and serves no purpose other than a graphic purpose, I can kind of have this event be a dual use event where, you know, not only does it serve for the purpose of creating this graphic here, but you know, hidden away in this event I can create various atmospheric events that serves for the purpose of kind of enhancing this town. So for example, I can tint the screen. Say I want to give it a bit of a morning bluish hue, a morning-esque tone. I can do, like, play around with the tint screen and set that. Say I want it to be raining, I can go to the second page, I believe, and then weather effects, rain, have medium amount. The trigger condition, I don't want the screen to be tinted and the rain to start after I've pressed enter on this event. I want it to be continuous, so I'll set that to parallel process, and that's a pretty good start. So now if I hit play and new game, alright, so the music's playing, it's raining, it's a bit of a morning tint, and you would never know where this event is. You would never know what is causing all of the atmospheric effects. It could be done in either this event, in a blank event, or you could even do it in the database under common events. So for example, if I Control A, Control X, change this back to action key, change this to, I'll name it atmospheric event, and we'll have it set to parallel process. It's going to need a trigger switch, so this is where switches come in. This is a bit more coding for you, so I'll change switch number 1 to, I'll name it starting event. So this is going to, it's it's going to apply tint screen and weather effects when this switch starting event is activated. So what I would need to do is say click on this, double click, go to the first page, go to switch operations, and single switch, click on starting event, click on turn on, make sure turn on is selected, and hit OK, and then set this back to parallel process and hit apply. OK. Oh, and also I can create a new page, switch, starting event. Oops. So when starting event is turned on, it's not going to keep turning on because it's set to parallel process. Instead, when starting event is turned on, it's going to go to this new page because the switch here is selected as starting event, and therefore it's going to run the events on this new page, or page 2, because we have nothing in the events command. Nothing's going to happen, and so this prevents, starting event switch being applied continuously. When you have event commands that span several pages, this comes in handy because it kind of frees up some of the memory in your computer. If this doesn't make sense, that's okay. I just wanted to go over switches very briefly. We'll go over more on switches later on, but I just want you to know that you can create a common event, apply all the commands that we applied in the map event, and get the same result. So if I press play, you'll see the same thing happens. It's tinted, it's raining, and I think that's a good stopping point for this tutorial. Before I go, I once again want to ask you guys to subscribe to the Lotus Soft YouTube page. Also, check out my blog. This is my blog right here. I was actually going to go over panoramas this tutorial and apply some of the graphics that I have in my blog. Okay, I must have clicked on something. But I was going to apply some of the graphics that I have available for free in my blog. If you check that out, it's Lotus Software at .blogspot.com. I offer a lot of free tutorials, including this YouTube tutorial you're watching right now, free games. This is the game I'm working on right now, Eden Gate, some spotlight events. So I just got word from my good friend Ashes of Emerald about his game Faye and his updates on that. So if you have a RPG Maker game or any game that you're that you strongly believe in, just message me. I have all my contacts available in my blog, or send me a message in YouTube. I'll check out your game, and if I can see that you worked hard on it, I'll definitely feature it in my blog. These are all the tutorials here, and yeah, just have some free graphics packs that you can use for your own games, free written tutorials, things of that nature. So check it out, and also donate if you can. We at Lotus Software run solely on donations. So if you are interested in what I am doing, if you like gaming, if you like art, and if you kind of want to help an underdog out, which we very much are an underdog, please do donate. For your donations, I have it all written out here, but you will get a special edition of my game Eden Gate, which will feature a ton of cool items, a very rare summon, Ragnarok. It's all outlined here, which you'll get. You'll also get a development diary video. So please do donate. I would greatly appreciate it, and look forward to my future videos. We'll go over panoramas next time, I promise, and we'll go over more coding. I know this video tutorial has been long. It'll probably be split into 3 parts, but please bear with me. It's a lot to go over. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Alright.